With all the talk during this municipal election campaign about improving public transit, where does that leave drivers? Well, Mayor Larry O'Brien seems to have the answer. He wants to begin planning a ring road around the city, a so-called Highway 418. Now, challenger Jim Watson doesn't like the sound of that. Watson doesn't want to cut into the greenbelt. He doesn't want to spend that kind of money on a superhighway around the city.
You're going to have a massive amount of green space taken away by a superhighway. It's going to cost $1 billion plus. There are going to be off-ramps throughout, and guess what happens when you have off-ramps? You have pressure to develop. And this is just going to add urban sprawl through the back door because he couldn't get it through the front door.
Watson said there will always be a need for roads in Ottawa, but he warned the dollars are running out for big capital projects.
You know, we've got someone who's promising to freeze taxes and yet put $2 billion into light rail, $250 million into Lansdowne, $1 billion into a ring road or a highway, move the art gallery to Lansdowne Park for $40 million. It doesn't add up. And I think, you know, members of the public and the press are going to have to look at the ledger sheet and say, you're still promising to freeze taxes, but you've got a wish list that's a mile long. We can't afford to be all things to all people anymore. It just does not make economic sense.
Now, this is the first point in the election campaign where we see Watson and O'Brien differing on transportation issues. For example, they both support the $2.1 billion light rail plan for the city. Looks like for the rest of the campaign, when it comes to transportation, they'll be sparring over where the rubber hits the road. For the Ottawa Sun, I'm John Willing.